Today, we will embark on a fascinating journey to explore the 25 greatest man-made wonders of the world. These extraordinary monuments of architecture, engineering brilliance, and cultural heritage reflect the creative potential of humanity and its quest for perfection. We will begin with the mysterious and majestic pyramids of Giza, continue to explore the wonders of the ancient and medieval worlds, and conclude our journey in St. Peter's Basilica. Each of these wonders is a masterpiece of its time for eternity and beauty. The Pyramids of Giza, Egypt. The Pyramids of Giza, which include the Great Pyramid of Khufu, the Pyramid of Khafre, and the Pyramid of Menkaure, are among the most majestic and mysterious structures ever created by human hands. Built during ancient Egypt's Old Kingdom, these pyramids served as tombs for the pharaohs and have symbolized Egypt for millennia. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, also known as the Pyramid of Cheops, is the largest and oldest of the three, built around 2580 BC. It originally stood about 146 meters tall, making it the tallest structure in the world until the Eiffel Tower was constructed in the 19th century. Millions of limestone and granite blocks, each weighing between 2.5 to 15 tons, were used in the construction of the pyramids. To this day, it remains a mystery how the ancient Egyptians were able to construct such colossal structures without modern technology. The Colosseum, Italy. The Colosseum in Rome is one of the most famous architectural structures of ancient Rome, symbolizing Roman engineering ingenuity and might. Construction of the amphitheater began in 72 AD under Emperor Vespasian and was completed in 80 AD under his son Titus. The Colosseum could hold around 50,000 spectators and was used for gladiatorial combat, public executions, naval battles, and even reenactments of historical events. Built from concrete, stone, and brick, it remains one of the largest and most beautiful structures in the world. The Colosseum became a symbol of both Roman cruelty and organization, as its design allowed for quick evacuation of spectators in emergencies. In later centuries, the Colosseum suffered damage due to earthquakes and illegal construction, yet its magnificence remains, attracting millions of tourists every year. The Acropolis, Greece. The Acropolis of Athens is a complex of ancient Greek buildings situated on a high hill in the heart of the city. The centerpiece of the Acropolis is the Parthenon, a temple dedicated to the goddess Athena, built in the 5th century BC during the height of Athenian democracy under the guidance of architect Iktinos and sculptor Phidias. The Parthenon was constructed on the site of an earlier temple destroyed by the Persians in 480 BC. The Parthenon's architecture used innovative techniques, such as the Periclean curvature of the columns. The Acropolis also includes a temple with unique architecture dedicated to Athena and Poseidon, and a propylaea, the monumental gateway to the complex. Despite suffering from destruction and reconstruction over centuries, the Acropolis remains a powerful symbol of ancient civilization. Neuschwanstein Castle, Germany. Neuschwanstein Castle, located in Bavaria, is one of the most famous and picturesque tourist attractions in Germany. Construction began in 1869 at the behest of King Ludwig II of Bavaria, who was inspired by medieval knights' castles and romantic tales. The castle was built on top of a mountain, offering breathtaking views of the surrounding landscapes from its windows. Although the castle was completed in 1886, King Ludwig II never saw the finished project, as he was found dead under mysterious circumstances that same year. Neuschwanstein Castle blends elements of Gothic, Romanesque, and Renaissance architecture, giving it a unique and fairy tale-like appearance. Its interiors also reflect the style of medieval romance, featuring magnificent frescoes and paintings dedicated to German myths and legends. This castle inspired the creation of the Disneyland Castle and symbolizes an idealized version of the Middle Ages. Today, it is one of the most visited tourist destinations in Germany. The Taj Mahal, India. The Taj Mahal in Agra is a grand mausoleum built in the mid-17th century by Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved wife who died during childbirth. Considered one of the masterpieces of Islamic architecture, the Taj Mahal is a symbol of eternal love. Construction began in 1632 and took around 20 years to complete, involving the work of the finest architects, engineers, and artisans. The Taj Mahal is made of white marble, which was sourced from various regions of India and even from other places like Tibet and Afghanistan. The combination of marble, precious stones, and intricate ornaments gives the structure an elegance that represents not only refined design, but also the eternal love between the emperor and his queen. Surrounding the mausoleum is a lush garden and water channels to contrast the white marble of the mausoleum itself. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, Italy. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is one of the most iconic architectural landmarks in the world, known for its unique tilted structure. Originally intended as a bell tower for the cathedral in Pisa, construction began in 1173. Initially designed to be vertical, the tower began to lean due to shifting foundations on one side. This created numerous engineering challenges, but architects managed to complete the tower in the 14th century. The tower consists of 8 stories, each decorated with arches and columns in the Romanesque style. Despite the tilt being noticed early on, the tower continued to function as a bell tower. In the late 20th century, work was done to strengthen the foundation and prevent further tilting. In 2001, the tower was closed to tourists for restoration, and once the tilt was stabilized, it was reopened to the public. Himeji Castle, Japan. Himeji Castle, also known as the White Heron Castle, is one of Japan's most famous and best-preserved castles located in the city of Himeji. Construction began in 1333, but the castle as we see it today took shape in the 16th and 17th centuries during the reign of the Tokugawa shogunate. It served as a defensive fortress, and its architecture was designed for efficient protection against invasions. Himeji Castle is renowned for its pristine white exterior and intricate system of internal defenses, which allowed it to withstand sieges and enemy attacks. Its multiple levels, towers, and hidden passageways are architectural marvels, and the castle's design showcases the sophisticated techniques of Japanese military architecture. The castle also houses a collection of ancient artifacts, including weapons and samurai armor. Chichen Itza, Mexico. Chichen Itza is one of the largest and most significant archaeological sites of the ancient Maya civilization, located on the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. Founded around 600 AD, Chichen Itza became a major cultural and religious center for the Maya, thriving until it began to be abandoned in the 11th century, likely due to a combination of droughts and invasions. The most famous feature of Chichen Itza is the Pyramid of Kukulkan, also known as El Castillo, which was dedicated to the feathered serpent god Kukulkan. The pyramid is an outstanding example of Maya astronomy. Its design is such that during the spring and autumn equinoxes, the shadow cast by the setting sun creates the illusion of a snake slithering down the pyramid steps. In addition to the pyramid, the site includes an observatory, the ball court, and many other structures that demonstrate the advanced knowledge of the Maya. Sydney Opera House, Australia. Designed by Danish architect Jørgen Utzon, the project began in 1957 and was completed in 1973. The Sydney Opera House quickly became a symbol of the city and Australia as a whole, and its innovative design represents a masterpiece of modern architecture. The most notable feature of the Opera House is its roof, made up of a series of sail-like white shells, which were revolutionary for their time. Utzon's bold vision was initially met with skepticism, but it eventually won worldwide acclaim for its unique and daring design. The Eiffel Tower, France. The Eiffel Tower, located in Paris, is one of the most famous and instantly recognizable structures in the world. Its construction began in 1887 under the direction of engineer Gustave Eiffel and was completed in time for the 1889 World's Fair in Paris. At first, the tower was a subject of controversy among Parisians, many of whom considered it an eyesore. But over time, it became an integral part of the city's identity. At 324 meters in height, the Eiffel Tower was the tallest man-made structure in the world when it was completed, and remained so until surpassed by skyscrapers in the 20th century. Built from 18,000 individual iron parts held together by over 2.5 million rivets, the tower is an engineering marvel of its time. Originally used for radio transmission, it has become one of the most visited tourist attractions globally. Burj Khalifa, United Arab Emirates. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai is the tallest skyscraper in the world, symbolizing the United Arab Emirates' drive for modern technological achievements and architectural heights. Construction began in 2004 and was completed in 2010. Standing at 828 meters, it is 3 times taller than the iconic Empire State Building in New York and is currently the tallest building on the planet. The architecture of Burj Khalifa was designed by the firms Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill, and its structure features a complex mesh framework, allowing it to withstand strong winds and earthquakes. The tower has 163 floors, housing residential, office, and hotel spaces. The upper levels feature observation decks, offering stunning views of the city. Additionally, the skyscraper hosts various cultural and technological events, including grand laser projection shows and fireworks displays. Burj Khalifa has become not only a symbol of Dubai, but also a testament to modern engineering and architecture. Sagrada Familia, Spain. The Sagrada Familia is a majestic basilica in Barcelona, designed by the renowned architect Antoni Gaudí. Construction began in 1882, and although Gaudí dedicated much of his life to this work, the Sagrada Familia is still unfinished. It is expected to be completed in the coming decades, making the project not only an architectural masterpiece, but also a symbol of long-term creative endeavor. Gaudí's design of the temple was inspired by natural forms and organic lines, setting it apart from traditional church buildings. His innovative construction methods and artistic solutions include unusual column shapes, stained glass windows, and unique sculptural elements. The central concept of the Sagrada Familia is to create a temple that connects humanity and God through architecture and nature. It is regarded as one of the greatest architectural works of the 20th century. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Angkor Wat is the largest religious monument in the world. This temple complex was built in the 12th century and was initially dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu. However, Angkor Wat later became a center of Buddhist practice. Architectural elements include massive lotus-shaped towers, vast galleries with bas-relief, and inner courtyards adorned with carvings and frescoes. The entire temple complex covers about 500 acres and represents an entire city, where even the channels and water reservoirs were meticulously planned. Angkor Wat is so important to the people of Cambodia, its image appears on the country's national flag. Through restoration efforts starting in the 20th century, Angkor Wat has been preserved. Today, the temple is one of Asia's most visited attractions, drawing millions of tourists and pilgrims. Hagia Sofia, Turkey. Hagia Sofia in Istanbul served for over 1,000 years as the largest church in Christianity. Built in the 6th century under the orders of Byzantine Emperor Justinian I, it was consecrated in 537 AD. Hagia Sophia is a prime example of Byzantine architecture and was the largest church in the world until the construction of St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. Its grand domes, magnificent mosaics, and architectural features make Hagia Sophia one of the most significant religious and cultural monuments in the history of Christianity. After the fall of the Byzantine Empire, the cathedral was converted into a mosque with Islamic architectural elements like minarets and arabesques added. In 1935, after the establishment of the Turkish Republic, Hagia Sophia became a museum. This unique blend of Christian and Islamic heritage gives the building particular significance for two great civilizations. Great Wall of China, China. Construction on the Great Wall of China began over 2,200 years ago and continued until the 17th century, spanning multiple dynasties, including the Ming. The wall was built to protect China from invasions by nomadic tribes, such as the Mongols, and played a strategic role in safeguarding the empire's borders. Stretching over 21,000 kilometers, the Great Wall traverses mountains, deserts, and plains. It was constructed using various materials, including brick, stone, and wood, depending on the local terrain. Key sections of the wall feature watchtowers, barracks, and gates, along with a comprehensive signaling system for alerting to attacks. The wall's architectural design maximized its defensive capabilities, including facilities for archery and drawbridges for fortifications. Today, the Great Wall is not only a historical monument, but also China's largest tourist attraction. Christ the Redeemer statue, Brazil. The Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro is one of the largest and most recognizable religious structures in the world, as well as a powerful symbol of Brazil. Standing atop the Corcovado mountain, the statue was completed in 1931 and stands 30 meters tall, or 38 meters including its pedestal. It represents the Christian faith and is a symbol of Rio de Janeiro, attracting tourists from around the world. Made of reinforced concrete and covered in mosaic tiles, it is both sturdy and durable. The iconic image of Jesus with outstretched arms symbolizes openness, protection, and an invitation to peace and love. The statue has become a pilgrimage site for the faithful and one of the most visited tourist attractions in Brazil. Machu Picchu, Peru. Machu Picchu is an ancient Incan city located in the Andes at an altitude of over 2,400 meters. Built in the 15th century, the city remained hidden from the outside world until the early 20th century. It was unknown to Europe until 1911 when American archaeologist Hiram Bingham rediscovered it. The city is regarded as a significant cultural and archaeological site and an essential part of Incan civilization. The construction of Machu Picchu showcases the Incas' remarkable engineering and architectural skills. Stone walls and terraces were built without the use of mortar, employing the technique of polygonal masonry, where stones fit perfectly together. The city includes temples, palaces, residential areas, and stunning agricultural terraces that provided food for its inhabitants. Today, Machu Picchu attracts travelers not only for its historical significance, but also for the breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains and valleys. Petra, Jordan. Petra is an ancient city carved into the rock, located in Jordan. It was the capital of the Nabatean kingdom in the 3rd century BC and flourished until the 2nd century AD. This archaeological complex is famous for the fact that it is carved directly into the red sandstone cliffs. Petra remained hidden from the world until the 19th century, when it was rediscovered by Europeans. There are numerous temples, palaces, and tombs carved into the rock, with some decorated with frescoes and intricate carvings. One of Petra's most famous landmarks is El Khazne, or the Treasury. It is believed that Petra was founded to control key trade routes, and its strategic location among mountains and canyons provided natural defense from enemies. Statue of Liberty, New York, USA. The Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor is one of the most iconic monuments in the United States and a symbol of freedom, independence, and democracy. Gifted by France to the United States in 1886 to mark the centennial of American independence, the statue stands 46 meters tall and depicts a woman holding a torch. The torch symbolizes the light of freedom shining on the world. The statue was designed by French sculptor Bartholdi, and its framework was engineered by Gustave Eiffel, who also designed the Eiffel Tower in Paris. It was installed on Liberty Island in New York Harbor and became a symbol of the American ideal, welcoming immigrants arriving in the U.S. through Ellis Island. Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco, USA. The Golden Gate Bridge connects the city of San Francisco with its northern suburb, Marin County. Construction of the bridge was completed in 1937, and it became a symbol of the city as well as a vital part of its transportation infrastructure. The bridge is named after the Golden Gate Strait, the narrow passage through which it spans, connecting San Francisco to the Pacific Ocean. Designed by engineer Joseph Strauss, the construction of the bridge was a challenge, both technically and financially. The Golden Gate Bridge is one of the longest suspension bridges in the world, measuring about 2.7 kilometers in length, with its towers reaching 227 meters in height. Its iconic orange-red color was chosen to ensure visibility in the foggy weather typical of the region. Alhambra, Spain. The Alhambra is a magnificent palace and fortress complex located in Granada, Spain, and is one of the finest examples of Islamic architecture in Europe. Built during the 13th and 14th centuries under the Nasrid dynasty, the last Muslim rulers of Andalusia, the Alhambra served both as a royal residence and a fortress protecting Granada from invasions. The Alhambra is renowned for its stunning architectural features, including exquisite Islamic arches, intricate geometric patterns, and magnificent fountains. One of the most famous parts of the Alhambra is the Lion Courtyard, surrounded by columns with stone carvings and central fountains. The palace walls and halls are decorated with epic calligraphic inscriptions and emerald blue tiles, creating a unique atmosphere within. After Granada was captured by the Catholic monarchs in 1492, the Alhambra was partially converted for Christian use. Yet, its Islamic architecture remained a defining feature. Mount Rushmore, USA. Mount Rushmore is a famous sculpture located in South Dakota, depicting the heads of 4 American presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Construction of the memorial began in 1927 under the direction of sculptor Gutzon Borglum and was completed in 1941. Each head stands about 18 meters tall, or 59 feet, and the creation of the monument took over 14 years of labor, involving the use of explosives to remove granite. The memorial was created to honor significant milestones in American history, inspired by the great achievements of these 4 presidents. Today, Mount Rushmore is one of the most recognized landmarks in the U.S., attracting millions of tourists annually. Meenakshi Amman Temple, India. Construction of the Meenakshi Amman Temple, dedicated to the goddess Meenakshi, began in the 4th century AD, although the majority of the existing structures were actually built in the 17th century. With 14 towering spires, the temple is literally overflowing with intricate carvings, ornate patterns, and sculptures that create a breathtaking atmosphere. These sculptures not only serve as decoration, but also hold deep religious symbolism reflecting Hindu mythology and divine forces. Today, the Meenakshi Amman Temple is an important pilgrimage site for millions of devotees. The Ifugao Rice Terraces, Philippines. The Ifugao Rice Terraces, located in the northern Philippines, are a unique system of terraces carved into the steep mountain slopes for rice cultivation. Literally making the best of what they had to work with, the Ifugao people created these terraces over 2,000 years ago, since the rice they depended upon for survival couldn't be grown on the steep mountain slopes. These terraces are an extraordinary example of human adaptation. The Ifugao terraces are best known for their sophisticated irrigation system, which utilizes natural water sources and minimizes soil erosion. This ancient farming practice is still in use today, providing rice and other agricultural products to local communities. Today, the Ifugao Rice Terraces are not only an important cultural and ecological monument, but also a living testament to how humans can coexist harmoniously with nature over millennia. St. Peter's Basilica, Vatican City. St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City is the largest church in the world and the most important pilgrimage site for Catholics. Construction began in 1506 under Pope Julius II and was completed 120 years later in 1626. The project involved many famous architects, including Michelangelo, Raphael, and Bernini, resulting in one of the greatest works of Renaissance and Baroque architecture. One of the basilica's most distinctive features is its enormous dome, designed by Michelangelo. Other significant elements include Michelangelo's famous Pietà, marble carvings, and impressive sculptures. Inside, the basilica houses numerous works of art. And in the crypt lies the tomb of St. Peter. making the basilica an important religious and historical center. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed watching, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. It really helps a small channel like ours. We hope to see you in the next video, and until then, as always, stay safe and travel on.